On the way home, you were trying to wear me down. Kissing up on fences and up on walls. On the way home, I guess it's all working out. Cause there's still too long to the weekend, too long till I drown in your hands, too long since I've been a fool. Oh, yeah. Leave this blue neighborhood, never knew loving could hurt this good. Oh, and it drives me wild. Cause when you look like that, driving me wild, wild, wild. You're driving me wild.
What did you just do?
I climbed it into a...
White noise in my mind.
What? Okay. My first confession is that at least one football game every single year of guard, I did it without jazz shoes, and I would just put my body tight over my toes because I would somehow miraculously lose my jazz shoes, and it was usually for like the same one very consistently. That was pretty good. Oops.
Sophomore year, we had the costume for me was a full-length like bodysuit thing, so all the sophomores decided that we weren't gonna wear body tights, but we made it a big deal and we told all the freshmen that they absolutely had to wear body tights.
The last football game that I ever performed for Synapse, I dropped my pop toss. I don't know how I did it, but I didn't catch it, and then I think I zoned out, and then when I came back to, it was on the ground.
Like the one piece of 45, right?
Yeah, I dropped that.
Okay, my embarrassing secret. If you were not aware, it took a momentary lapse in my guard career. Like between like sophomore and like senior year, I just like wasn't there at all. So like, but now I'm here, so it's okay. It's okay. That's
I was so mad at her for quitting, by the way. Just thought I should make an announcement.
I was not aware that she was mad at me.
I was aware.
And I was like, oh, hello, Sarah. And she'd just be like, and I'd walk away from
Because
me.
she'd come up to me and she'd be like, Chantel and Lauren are quitting and I'm so mad at them. I don't even talk to them.
It's true. Alright, anyway.
For the first 3 years of marching season, I never backwards marched. But not because I couldn't backwards march, but because it was too much work to backwards march.
Okay. My confession is, for those of you who performed in Promenade, do you remember that one time where we had to take a bunch of tosses and Heather got kind of mad at us and she said she would give us cookie cake if we all like got to the certain number? And I was taking my Saber 6, which was a little scary, and we got to the very last one, and like it was one where like if you drop you start over at 0, and I'm like going to toss my 6, and it goes into the air kind of funny, and it just kind of like does one rotation, and like I still catch it, and everyone still catch it, so everyone gets like really excited. It's like, oh, we did it, and I was like, I just did like a single. Should I say anything? I didn't say anything. We got the cookie cake. I still like it kind of haunts me a little bit. like everyone was like really excited, and I was like, it's fine.
Okay, my embarrassing secret is that last year, my junior year, I kicked Saskia in the face and gave her a concussion.
Oh,
That's really
Yeah,
fun.
really fun.
That's
Super
fun.
Sarah.
Oh, okay. So the first time my squad leader freshman year, Paris, told me to run the stairs, I don't know, for doing something stupid. Freshman year me, you can't, I don't know. And so she told me to go run the stairs, but I thought she said stair. So I only ran one stair, and I didn't understand until like afterwards, seeing other people run all the way up all the stairs and all the way back down, that it wasn't just like a go touch it and come back. Like it was you're supposed to run the stairs.
Did you go up the stairs?
No, I can't. I went one stair up. No, I went only one stair up. I didn't understand.
Like the second.
No, just like one step.
One
stair.
stair.
Yeah, like one stair. Yeah. Smart, like.
Oh, so this year, I still can't figure out the name of our show. It's
We're finalists, right? That was the show that, like, yeah, we did that.
it's recall. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my last one is probably that me and Sarah, we would put like chips in our fanny packs junior year, and we would stand behind the props and we would just eat them while everyone else was getting yelled at for like not doing their stuff correctly. We would be drinking water and eating snacks behind the props.
Well fed.
Water.
Wow, you
Pour
put our
water
water
back
jug
there.
in. We'd be munching. It was good.
Stop!
What the heck, Sarah? Are you calling it?
What you like, what I like, why can't we both be right? Your pride take from my hand, put in. Amanda! And everyone is pleasing, I can't get no relief. Living on fire, the constant dedication, keeping on water and
Okay, so my takeaway from my 3 years in Guard would be the timing. The stress of getting to practice 15 minutes early. That like the intense calculating on like my drive time, if there's gonna be traffic, if I wanna eat, if I wanna take a nap in between morning and night block, like now I forever, like I always calculate my timing to get to things 15 minutes early. So
That's true.
Okay, my takeaway is more of a feeling of, performing. Because I don't know, like, what's going to happen down the line, but, like, I know that, like, I've been performing now for 3 years, and I will always take away, the feeling of, like, looking up at the crowd, or, like, the feeling of hearing the crowd's reactions, or, like, the crowd's feedback. I will always take that part away. Yeah.
I think something that's really important that I've learned is like a different kind of patience, where like kind of what I said before, where like I started sitting under the ramp my freshman marching season. Like even though I worked really hard, it like didn't immediately pay off, and I think, and that's how it works for everyone. Like you don't get what you want the moment you want it, and so I think learning to work really, really hard and not get rewarded at all, and then at the very end you finally get rewarded, it just feels so good. And I think that's something that you can like really bring to so many different aspects of like how you live your life, and just like that patience and learning to work really hard. I think it's really important.
I think one of my favorite things I'm gonna take away is like the friendships, because you're with these people more than you probably want to. Well, you're not my friend, Alexa, sorry. That you're with these people more than you are with your real family, and Ms. Robbins is basically like our mom at this point, because I'm never home. Like I'm always at Guard practice. So I think that like these people become my sisters, and Pablo and my brother. So like you have like a new appreciation for like these people because you not only like you spend so much time, you do the same thing with them, you do this crazy, stupid, fun sport with them, and you know you have like a deeper connection with them because of how much time you spend together.
Yes. Okay. Well, my takeaway was also going to be friendships, but another one is I've learned how to work really hard and like to be able to push myself more, and it's definitely have improved like through my schoolwork and especially through guards. So just keep up the hard work and really do like strive for the best that you can be, because it will make you so much more happier. My takeaway is like just being able to work with such a cool like group of people. I don't know, being able to work with be on a team. You get an experience here that I don't think you can really get anywhere else. Like, even on a different sports team, it doesn't really matter. But, like, guard, you're here so many hours, you're doing such hard work all the time. And it's just so cool to see the payoff. So I'm just, like, I'm never going to forget what it feels like to be a part of a team, because that's just the coolest thing ever.
I think my takeaway is that the issues that I think are very like pertinent to me, like at a certain point in my life, are probably really trivial in the long run, and that in order to maybe like grow as a person, I probably need to focus on issues that are like really big and not just me having an issue with someone or something like I can't do a toss. I have to focus on like teaching the freshmen so that they can better like the community of the guard.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you said to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement. But your brother was a good substitute for you. And if you love me, but you never let me go. When the roof was on fire.
That like the swing pile feature was so cool, and it's just like we all felt really like beautiful in our costumes, and when we put like the blue glitter in our hair, we all like we felt the like GE, and that's when we wanted it was so crazy.
My favorite show is definitely Out of Line, because that was like for sure the one where like I first realized that like I could perform it and like actually feel it, because it was about like the struggle of like women in society, which is actually like a really like interesting and like powerful issue. And just performing that with like some of the like my faves, like Rami was in that show. She was like having Rami there, because she was my squad leader freshman year. It was so powerful, and it was so cool, and you could tell that Miss Robbins had like so much passion for that show, because I remember she would like cry when we did like body warm-ups and stuff. Like I know she loved it, and we all just like felt that energy, and it was just like, oh, it's just the best. I love it so much.
Okay. My favorite show is also Out of Line, because I think it was the first show, like Danny said, like that you were able to really get into the performance, because you knew how to connect with the audience, and like you could use your emotions to show like how you want to perform and everything. So, and it also, like I said earlier with my favorite memory, it was like the first show that I found like passion and my love for this sport, and so I was really able to like bring that through for that whole show and performance.
Okay, my favorite show was also on the waterfront my sophomore year, just because it was just a fun show. I just liked performing it every single time, and I like watching it back. It's really fun, cool, yeah.
All right, while you homies were doing Out of Line, my favorite show is me. Okay. I will say it again. All you people are sleeping on me. That was such a good A-Guard show. I don't know. It's more than me just like hyping it up. There was something about it that made me realize, like, what we do is really, really cool. Because that was the first time that I felt, like, less I'm really scared to be doing what I'm doing and more like I'm so proud of everyone that's here. And it was the first show that really showed me, like, I wanna help make an impact on this program. I wanna keep going. I wanna see how much we can all do together. I just felt a really good sense of, like, community and teamwork in that show, even though it was kind of a mess sometimes. It was okay. I still love it.
My favorite show was the one from this year, even though I can't remember the name.
Oh my god.
But it's my favorite. Wait. Reclaim, because I finally got my crop top. That's all I wanted. I just got it.
Unpopular opinion, apparently. No. But my favorite show is Time
Oh.
Second favorite. No, Time Benders was just like a bunch of firsts for me. Like, I was on main flagman, also the last time. And I remember just being in indie and like looking up, and I've never seen like so many people just so passionate for like the sport before, and that was the first time I actually like really felt the passion for being a color guard, and it just really affected me. That's why Time Benders was my favorite.
Okay, that's cool and all, but that's great and all, but I sat behind a ramp for like all of part 2, like all of it. I sat down behind a ramp. We sat. We literally like just sat.
And Kelly fell asleep. Yeah, every practice.
I was doing walking pop tosses.
Really.
So
I got to hold my clarinet, so I gotta be in the band. Hi guys.
Why don't you wait here while I borrow something you say, dear, you should follow. Oh, if pain just stays till tomorrow, then that's cause it's you who takes care of everyone, to allow me to help you. Who somehow is always the first to take care of me at my worst. Appreciate it. It's just today. There's tomorrow. All things will change. Hey, that's the motto. When you're down, be down. When you're out, be out. I will pull you up, 'cause without a doubt, if tables turn around, you pick me off the ground. 'Cause it's you who takes care of everyone else.
Hard for me. With my
appreciate it. 'Cause it's you who somehow is always the first. to allow me to appreciate it, because it's you who takes care of everyone else. You need to allow me to.
Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Who somehow.
Alright, so freshman year, time benders, the opening section of part 2, there was like this line that we made, like it was a curve, and I stood next to Sarah, and it was like a moving curve. And we did a pop toss that was walking. You walked under it. It's very easy. Somehow, Sarah could not walk under her pop toss. And it took us like the entire season to figure out that she wasn't walking under her pop toss. And by the entire season, it was the practice before finals in Indy that I went up to her and was like, I'm going to teach you how to walk under this pop toss because I keep running into you. And I taught her how to do it for finals, but she didn't do it in finals. She got it in practice.
Sarah.
But I saw the tape and you didn't do it.
But like getting it was like the best moment of my life. I was like, dang, I can do any skill now. I walked. Alright. So my favorite memory has to do with Byron. Oh my god, we're connected. Look at that. Okay. So we had some, I guess, like downtime. Maybe it was homework time, but I took it as nap time when we were in Indy junior year. And I was not in a room with Byron, but I came to her room anyway, and I took a nap in her bed, in like her spot with her stuffed animal that she brought.
It
And
was
like,
the big butt bear, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It had a gigantic butt. It was fun.
It was the best nap I've ever taken in my entire life, and I will never
We're
forget
also really
it.
delirious because you were singing.
That's
Yeah.
true. I was singing, I was napping. It was a good time. Ooh.
Okay, my favorite memory is sophomore year, Dayton. We were walking out for semifinals, and I looked up at the crowd and was like, oh my gosh, this could be like the last time that we perform this show. And I was really nervous, and then after the performance, I heard all of the clapping, and I was like, this is so much fun, and this is when I realized that I actually have a true passion for this sport.
It was a good moment.
I think my favorite moment is in part. Was that part 3? Probably. On the waterfront, when like we whipped out our swing flags and it was all like the same. We do that one same thing that we do all the time, but like it looked so nice, and it was, I think, the cleanest swing flag feature we've ever had, because after that I don't think it was ever really clean. But it was so nice, and just like that moment makes you realize like how much I love performing and how much I love like up, down, flat cleaning is like, it's worth it.
Alright, my favorite memory is when Chantel came back. Because I remember when she, like, you and Sarah went up to Miss Robbins and you were like following, like kind of like nervous, and the look on Miss Robbins' face was like priceless when Chantel was coming back. Like it was like the best moment.
Okay, my favorite moment was sophomore year. We're listening to some judge tapes from On the Waterfront, and the judges like making comments throughout, and then we get to like the swing flag part, and homie just starts like crying, like he's crying over the tape, being like, wow, now I understand like why I do this. Like you can see like the passion, it's all in there, and then like he's crying, and then like everybody's like, oh my god, the guy's crying, and then like then it made me realize like, wow, like what we do is like it affects people, and like it impacts people. It's pretty cool like that. Okay, yeah, that's what that is.
My favorite memory was also with Chantel coming back. But it was like the beginning of summer band or something this year, and we get to dance block, and we're like in across the floors in the cafeteria, and someone was missing. Someone like in the front of the line was missing, and so Miss Robbins goes, "Bangs, get up here." And then, like, she was so serious at first, but then she just stops in the middle of the cafeteria, and she goes, I haven't said that in so long. And, like, that just, like, because, like, that like I'm sure everyone felt that. Like we were just like, yes, like Chantel's back.
But you're nice.
I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of me.
Just make him wait. Okay. Hug. Hold on.
Think about the end just way too much, but it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride.
We read the handbook.
It's easy to say, we have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm